Upon our arrival, we discovered that that was definitely confirmed. At the time, we could not determine how many hostages because it was a barricaded situation. I then coordinated efforts with the Grenada City Police Department along with the resources with the Sheriff's Department. We then called in the MHP SWAT. There were other agencies that also assisted. Uh, During the duration of the incident, we did have contact with the aggressor, which was Mr. Hatcher, and we had some conversation with him. He was making some demands, um, along with the fact that we had also had spoken with someone else that was on the inside of the store, one of the hostages as well. So we were gaining intel during the entire situation.
Okay, you say he was making some demands. What are some of those demands he was making?
He was making some demands that there were certain law enforcement agencies that he wanted to speak with, and some that he did not. He made some demands such as wanting a helicopter or something to that effect. So then, once the SWAT team arrived, we set up across the street over here is where the command post was, and it ended with us having the house to neutralize the aggressor.
So you all neutralized the aggressor?
Correct.
When you say neutralized the aggressor, you mean he was shot?
Correct.
So did you guys shoot him, or was it MPI?
The SWAT team with the Mississippi Highway Patrol.
Can I ask this question? Was he leaving the door when he was shot, or was he inside?
He was in the area of the front of the store at the time.
Can I ask, can you say what his motive was for taking the hostages at this point?
I really don't know. We did gather some intel from his family members that were here at the scene, and they were located across the street and at a safe distance.
Were the officers involved be suspended as a part of protocol?
No, that is not part of what we would actually have to do as far as anything, as far as dealing with any personnel issues with the police department. We will not discuss that.
How many hostages were in the store?
Initially, we thought that it may have been 3, but then we then we got it confirmed that it was only 2 people inside. During the standoff, there was one person that walked out, and we discovered that that was a customer, and we believe that he probably, we don't know that for sure, didn't know that that person was in the store.
All right. Yeah. Can you confirm, sir, that Mr. Hatcher had some kind of mental illness?
Information we received from his family members, and they cooperated very well with us, and they did tell us that he had some type of mental episode during the standoff. Or sometime before then, they were giving us some details, and I won't go into those details of what that was.
That's fair.
Sheriff, I know the chief had the lead on this, but what
Yes,
was
sir.
your department's just collaboration with trying to help neutralize the situation?
Our collaboration with the police department was to give them the support that they need, help with broadening the perimeter so that none of the citizens would get injured or hurt in case something went awry. Also, we was wanting to make sure that all of the officers that was setting up the checkpoints, and we was making sure that they are safe and hydrated, and we was just checking on their status as we went around there.
Okay, with the hostages, were any of them injured?
No hostages were injured. They were successfully removed from the location here, and from what I understand, they're doing just fine.
So we know they were alive, so that none of them were beaten. There were no injuries to the hostages, right?
As far as we know,
No.
preliminarily right now. And by the way, also, this investigation is being led by the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, talk about that, for the stress for your officers going through all of this. How was that?
It was terribly stressful. We're dealing with a situation with an armed person, barricade situation, and it was extremely stressful for us during the whole duration of time, because what we were concerned about is that we wanted to do everything we could to save Mr. Hatcher's life, but it did not end that way. And we were concerned also about officers' lives as well as citizens' lives also, and we also want to say we appreciate the citizens for cooperating with us and when we had to broaden the perimeter because we didn't want anyone to be shot during this standoff.
When Mr. Hatcher walked out, was he walking out to surrender, or was he just walking out and y'all got them? What was that? What was happening there?
I